My nickname is Mad Max, the happiest kid in town, because I am always smiling. Growing up, I was very active, played pretty much every sport, was the youngest child, so I was always the favorite in the family. My dad started my family skiing when I was 5. There was no limit on the mountain. I can go anywhere, do anything on the mountain, and it just made me feel free.
He's the daredevil of the family, so he's the one who's doing all the crazy stunts. He's the one who's just out there.
Max Togisala grew up in Ogden, Utah, spending his winters skiing and his summers on the golf course.
I was pretty good at golf at a young age. Got the itch for it pretty quick. My senior year, I got an offer to go play in Central Wyoming College. It was a dream come true. Ever since I was in 7th grade, that was a big dream of mine to play college golf.
During his senior year of high school, Togisala and his friends decided to head to Sun Valley, Idaho for a ski trip.
So I remember waking up at 9:30. We were all planning on going to the resort around 10 o'clock. I remember what I ate that morning. I remember we picked the run out where we wanted to go. It was just a blue run, just a simple warm-up run. And about 200 yards from the top, I caught some bumps and ice that I tried stopping really quick, and that caused me to fall and eject from my skis, and I tumbled about 100 yards down the mountain. But I went instantly paralyzed. I was shocked. I was just terrified at that moment when I had the realization that I can't feel my legs. When they were asking me, what's wrong, and I just kept repeating, I can't feel my legs, I can't feel my legs.
This is Medic 5, currently inbound to your facility, ETA of about...
Max was life-flighted to the hospital, where he endured a 3-hour surgery as doctors worked to fuse his broken spine. Days later, he was told he was paralyzed from the waist down, and it was unlikely he would ever walk again.
I was heartbroken. I just lost everything, it felt like. That I lost my college golf. I lost hanging out with friends, doing all the fun stuff that I used to do.
As a parent, you don't see your kids going through life like this. You don't plan for those things. We looked at this as not as just a trial in his life, but a trial for all of us.
Over the next 70 days in the hospital, Togisala learned how to adapt to his new reality.
How to put on shoes, put on pants, all this stuff that I have to relearn. I played ping pong every day with my dad. Me and my sister, we would have karaoke nights in the hospital room, just having fun.
Seeing Maxie be so strong when all of us were so sad, I think that's what kept us as a family whole. Dude, how are you so happy? And he always had that mindset of, why not me, I'll take it on, so.
Togisala's innate optimism helped him reframe his challenges into opportunities, and it wasn't long before Max began thinking about how he would return to the golf course.
Ever since I was in the hospital, really, I wanted to get back to it.
Every day in the hospital thinking, I'm gonna play this hole again, I know I am.
And then I saw that there was an adaptive open, and that's where I really was like, okay, I'm gonna play in that, and I'm gonna try and win.
Just 2 years after his accident, Togisala competed in the 2023 U.S. Adaptive Open at Pinehurst, where he finished first out of all men's seeded players.
How can you be grateful for something that kind of ruined your life? But it didn't ruin my life, it made my life better. It brought me closer to my family and my friends. It changed my perspective in life and perspective in golf.
Not only did Togisala learn how to golf again, he also learned how to ski again. And a year after his accident, he returned to the spot where his life changed.
When I get that feeling of the turns and stuff on the ski, it feels just how it was before. And that feeling of just freedom. It's amazing. I can do anything I want and nothing's gonna slow me down.